Welcome back to another Iam Tongi content. And today, as we have stated in our title, Iam Tongi shares anthem spotlight with U.S. Tongan opera star Ta'u Pupu'a in the new U.S. Embassy opening in Tonga. That's right. So since Iam Tongi did an incredible job, the best a cappella version of the national anthem by Iam Tongi ever. And I mean that, you know. So I'm wondering if they asked him to come to Tonga, but because of his other commitments, you know, and I'm sure they would have really wanted Iam Tongi to go and sing the national anthem in Tonga, you know. And so, you know, having Iam not sing the national anthem, we only saw him singing at this sports event in the United States. But here is something that I thought was interesting. So is Iam Tongi singing sometimes in August? Or maybe practicing for his concerts, because the dates are all, you know, he's not singing until September 9th. And then and that's in California, you know, and then in Auckland back in New Zealand on October 7th, you know, for the Eden Festival. That's the dates that I see. So in between, I'm wondering if he's going to sing the national anthem if America, the U.S. women's soccer team, makes it to the finals. Well, they probably need Iam Tongi to do that, because there's a lot of controversy involving the women's soccer team. But, you know, when you watch like teams from the islands like Fiji, Tonga, or Samoa, when the national anthem is played, man, you watch these guys sing with their heart. You know, you see teary eyes in the players. That's just normal for them, you know. So when you saw the new U.S. Embassy dedication on the opening ceremony of their new embassy in Tonga, they brought in a ringer. Yeah, and he's a former NFL player who was actually drafted by Bill Belichick for you know, a while back for the Cleveland Browns. So his name is Ta'u Pupu'a, who actually, you know, got injured and decided to become an opera singer. That is crazy. So here he is singing the national anthem. A lot of people from Hawaii probably remembers him from singing Calvadosi in Tosca. So, you know, he's performed all over the world, in Europe and in Asia. And, you know, it must be a proud day for the family, the Pupu'a family, especially he's the youngest of 9 children and born in Tonga and now returning to sing the national anthem for his new country, the American anthem. But before he sings that, let's go over and listen, because they opened up the opening of the ceremony with the Tongan National Anthem, sung by Ofa Fe'ao, who we have seen before singing the Tongan National Anthem when they played against Australia with the Uelingationi. And we said then that we would like, that maybe Tonga would think of giving Iam Tongi the chance to sing the national anthem for Tonga when they are playing in the World Cup here in Europe. So let's hear first Ofa Fe'ao singing the Tongan National Anthem. Just a beautiful version of the Tongan National Anthem by Ofa Fe'ao, who actually changed the anthem this time. He at the end of the Tupou, of the note, he went down. Of course, at the rugby game, he went up. So it was a beautiful rendition, and you can hear, for the first time, I've never seen a string ensemble made out of students from the island of Tonga, and here they were. So shout out to Tupou Tertiary Institute for their string ensemble. Beautiful job with the national anthem. And now, let's hear their version of the American National Anthem, which is a very difficult song to play, and it's also a difficult song to sing. And and I'm sure they will have a lot of chances of playing this the United States national anthem in Tonga. I'm sure they will have enough events for them to be playing that, because I've never seen a string ensemble in schools in Tonga, so I think it's a nice change. So let's hear what they did. But they sang this beautiful song at the end of the ceremony, which is one song, a Tongan song, which I want Iam Tongi to learn and sing in his concerts, maybe one day. But we'll show you after the national anthem, okay?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched with so gallantly streaming, and the rockets that flare the most bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wow, that's a big voice for an opera singer. I give him credit, man. That's a very high note there at the end, singing a B flat. And what's interesting was the key that he did. It was in the key of B flat. And when you heard Iam Tongi did it, when he sang it in Seattle, he did in the key of C, which was a little bit higher. So you can see the difference there with Iam Tongi. And speaking of that, this song that I wanted you guys to hear from the orchestra is a Tongan hymn, and I would love Iam Tongi to sing this song, and let's hope that one day he will sing this song, because the Tupou Tertiary Institute version was just beautiful, and what's so nice about this hymn, it's called Eiki, Ofa Fe'ao, is that sometimes when you go and watch a rugby match, the song all of a sudden will break out. The Tongans will break out into a cappella singing without accompaniment, just singing. And when you see a stadium full of red and white waving Tongan flags with about 30 to 40,000 people singing in harmony, that's unbelievable. You never hear that, not anywhere. And then when you hear the voices, you can actually hear 4 different voices. You're hearing the male voices, bass tenors, then you hear the sopranos and altos from the women, which is kind of funny, because nowadays when you go and listen to choirs sing, you always see, like out here in Europe, I see mostly women singing, and then you see probably like a few male voices within. But hearing this stadium full of rugby fans watching and breaking out into a hymn is unbelievable, and probably the most beautiful 30 to 40,000 a cappella singing you will ever hear. Here it is. I mean, sports fans. I'm talking sports fan actually singing like this is unheard of. But let's hear first the version of Tupou Tertiary Institute, and then we'll give you the version of the stadium version. You just gotta hear it to believe it. What a powerful hymn to end the opening of the ceremony. Now, let's hear, I think, I'm guessing 30 to 40,000 people, Tongans, in a rugby match, singing the same song, waving their flags. Here it is. Yeah, so I'm not sure where the game was, but I believe the game was between Australia and New Zealand, so I'm not really sure if it was in a tournament in Australia or New Zealand, but here they are, unbelievable. Nothing like spontaneous singing, out of nowhere you break out with the hymn, and that's typical rugby games there with the Tongans. I guess you have to experience it on your own. But so I hope that Iam Tongi gets to learn the song and one day perform it for all of us, because it'll be a wonderful hymn for the repertoire for the Tongans to be proud of. Now, here is his version of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight over the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red flags
get tired of listening to Iam Tongi singing the national anthem. Anyway, thank you again for joining us. Make sure you share the content or press like, or if you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe and spread the love. Tell your friends about us and come and subscribe. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the summer. I hope we get there. Thank you again, everybody. Till our next one.